It's one of the most eagerly awaited construction projects in the country. Now, the BBC's been given exclusive access to the firm that's helping to turn Birmingham's New Street Station into a landmark.
Over 140,000 people use New Street every day, and the project to transform it is costing nearly £750 million. The first phase will open next year, with work due to finish in 2015.
Our transport correspondent Peter Plisner has been to the factory in Sheffield, where they're making the stainless steel cladding that designers hope will turn heads.
Set to become another landmark building for Birmingham, this virtual image of the new station will soon become reality. And here's where they're making it happen. This laser cutter is shaping the first of the panels that'll put the shine back into New Street Station. Hundreds of coils like this will eventually form 8,000 panels that will go on New Street Station. 20,000 square metres of stainless steel in all will be wrapped around the building, giving it its ultra-modern look. The contract's been won by this Sheffield firm, which specialises in highly polished stainless steel.
This is a fantastic project for us in Sheffield. Actually, 2013 marks the invention by Harry Brearley of stainless steel in Sheffield. So it's fantastic that we can provide this really precision, high specification product into Birmingham New Street.
And this is the steel frame that product will be attached to. Here, one of the station's new entrances. For the man in charge of the operation, it's more like a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Yes, each panel is unique and we need to mark them individually to make sure that they go into the correct area to maintain the shape of the building.
How can you be so sure they'll end up in the right place and whether they'll fit?
Yes, we have surveyed the building and surveyed each bracket position to allow us to make sure that they go into the correct place.
Elsewhere in the £750 million project, other things are happening too. This is the new John Lewis building going up. Inside the new concourse, as you can see, it's a hive of activity. This is the new entrance hall. As you can see, the street behind me, people will come through here, down this ramp, and then they'll access the platforms via a whole series of new lifts and escalators. When it's finished, the new revamped New Street Station will have 30 new escalators and 15 lifts. The concourse will be bathed in sunlight thanks to a new atrium, and there'll be 7 new entrances to the station. The first phase of the project is due for completion in April next year. Peter Plisner, BBC Midlands Today at New Street Station in Birmingham.
Well, with us now is Lord Peter Snape of Wednesbury, former MP, of course, former Shadow Transport Minister and indeed a former railwayman. Thanks for joining us tonight. Now, we've got this beautiful, shiny new station coming along, but you're not overly impressed, are you?
Well, I wrote a piece for the Birmingham Post a couple of years ago pointing out that it looked really nice, but from an operational point of view, Birmingham New Street's always been a difficult station to operate. Tunnels on either end, 10 miles an hour speed restrictions, and although it's a nice, shiny and bright new building, it won't do anything to ease the operational problems of getting trains in and out.
But isn't it worth sacrificing that to some extent by having a station that's bang in the middle of the city centre, because so many stations aren't?
No, they aren't, but other countries do it somewhat differently. I've just been to Berlin to look at the new station there. I mean, they built a brand new station because of similar problems to those that we're having in Birmingham. The British tradition, of course, is just to patch things up. And I have to say that I don't think the people behind this really appreciate the difficulties of operating New Street as it is.
But New Street is working quite well nowadays, isn't it?
Remarkably, it was signalled for 600 trains in the 1960s because, of course, the people who know better than the rest of us said the railway was a declining industry. There's about 1,600 trains a day passing through it at the moment, so it's a triumph to get through every 24 hours.
So therefore you're raining on the parade a bit,
no,
it's working.
I'm raining
on
it.
Now it's going to look beautiful.
Well, when it'll look beautiful and be a decent operational station when High Speed 2 arrives, which will take some of the traffic away. At the moment, it's a pretty difficult job to get through the day. Most of your viewers will be familiar with standing outside New Street Station at the end of their journey, whether you're coming from the north or coming from London. The fact is, there are problems getting in and out. Those problems are going to get worse, and nice though this will be, it won't make any difference.
Do you think you're being realistic here?
I'm being objective. I mean, the fact is, you know, I'm a former signalman. I do know a bit about running trains in and out of New Street Station.
I bow to that.
And what we've got is something that looks really good. I mean, this is not criticism of the City Council or the architects. They were given a brief which they've lived up to. The fact is, I don't think they've consulted people with any responsibility for railway operations, and we might suffer because of that in the future. I hope we don't, but I fear that we will.
OK, Lord Peter Snape, thanks very much indeed. Now, surgeons